at Rusty Bethel Drive. I'm Paisol Forbes. This is ZNS.
It's What's Trending with Jiminita Swain and the Bahama Beauty at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas from Studio A. It all starts right now.
Welcome to What's Trending. I'm Jiminita Swain. We are looking at all things bold, buzzy, and we're talking about as well as the issues shaping our country and our world. Today is Thursday, August 7th, so kick back and get ready to catch the buzz. On today's show, one of the country's most vibrant and culturally rich festivals is back. Goombay Summer continues this Friday, and we're taking you behind the scenes for a celebration of Bahamian heritage like no other. From the rhythms and flavors to the latest additions and innovations, we'll show you how this beloved festival is evolving while keeping its authentic island soul. And we're giving you an up-close look and at a unique encounter with the local vendors at Carnival Celebration Key. It's inspiring, it's authentic, and it's igniting Bahamian pride as they showcase the very best of culture and creativity. It's a Bahamian thing, and trust us, you don't want to miss it. All that and more coming up on What's Trending this Thursday.
Diet-friendly special.
What does disability look like? In a busy airport terminal, at the check-in counter, at security checkpoints, or even in baggage claim? Passengers with hidden disabilities often go unnoticed. Globally, 1 in 7 persons have some form of a disability. 80% of those disabilities are non-visible. In an airport environment, workers are often unaware of hidden physical, mental, or neurological disabilities that some passengers live with. This can lead to frustration and a less than ideal travel experience. So, how do we make the invisible more visible? At LPIA, we've implemented the Sunflower Lanyard program. The lanyards are visual cues for airport workers to immediately identify passengers who might need additional assistance. NAD is teaming up with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and key stakeholders at LPIA to launch the internationally recognized initiative. We're joining more than 180 airports and 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free Sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
Goombay Summer is more than just a festival. It's a lively celebration of Bahamian heritage, music, food, dance, and that unmatched community spirit we all love. Hosted by the Ministry of Tourism in partnership with local vendors, musicians, and cultural groups, this vibrant event brings our culture to center stage. Joining us now is Nikki Simmons, General Manager of Cultural and Authentic Events at the Ministry of Tourism. Welcome to What's Trending, Nikki.
Thank you, Jiminita. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's great to have you here with us. So let's start with the big picture. What's the main goal of the Goombay Summer and how has it evolved over the years?
So Goombay really is about celebrating our culture, a little bit of our music, of course our food, and the warm and friendly people. You know, it started in the 70s and then there was a little break. And about 4 years ago, we brought it back, bigger than ever, back on Bay, which is now what we call it, Goombay on Bay. And we have all of the cruise ship passengers and stayover visitors that show up and just want to learn a little bit more about our culture. And so we invite the best in music, the best chefs, just the best in everything that's Bahamian.
Oh, that sounds definitely like a whole lot of fun. So anything new or different about this year's Goombay Summer that has you most excited?
Well, you know, I will say this. The entertainment is always big, but we have some very interesting food vendors this year. We're going to obviously have the smokehouse. That's a favorite. There's also the waffle cones that are going to be in the Oreo and Biscoff flavors. Everybody loves that. So I really want to just encourage everyone to come on out and just savor the taste, get involved. Get involved. Is going to be a good time.
And how does Goombay Summer help to promote Bahamian culture that you talked about for both the locals and the international visitors that'll be there?
So what we do actually is have our artists come on out and tell their stories. There's a lot of research that's been done that shows that our visitors want to know more about our culture. And what a better way than through music, through food. And that is what Goombay does. It gives you a taste of who we are.
And we as Bahamians, we love it. We don't need an excuse to just have our entertainers on, you know, and that's right. It's just a great time.
It's a great time.
And obviously it does impact the economy as well. So what is the economic impact of Goombay Summer for small businesses and the wider community?
Well, as we help to increase the orange economy as such, we are finding that there are a lot of Bahamians that are interested in becoming entrepreneurs, and we give them the opportunity to show what they could do. And so we have our culinary team, and they get together and help them with actually doing what's best to what they need to prepare. We also do some work with the Tourism Development Corporation as it relates to how to start your business. Once that's done, we showcase them.
Sound like they're good to go.
It absolutely is a good time. Everybody's ready. You know, the show tomorrow night is our final, unfortunately, but come on out. We have D-Mac, we have Nishi Ellis. We have one or two surprises on the stage.
I think Avi there.
Avi is going to be there. We have one or two other surprises. It's going to be a fabulous show.
And are there family-friendly activities planned, especially for children and young people? Because, you know, you want it to be a family event.
Yes, yes, of course. When you come out, there's a kids' corner. The kids' corner is always packed. They have all of these really exciting games. You can, you know, climb the rocks and different things of that nature. The kids have a good time. And we want to encourage the event to be seen as a family-oriented event.
That's definitely good. And finally, with large public gatherings, when we think about safety and security measures, what's in place to ensure the fun continues in a safe and secure environment?
Well, the Royal Bahamas Police Force is working with us. Last week, or week before, I should say, they had a number of police in place. They're making sure that no criminals come out. They're checking people, and every year we've had a good record, no issues. And that's going to happen again this year. I hope everybody continues to behave themselves. But it is a good time, good, clean fun. And that is what we want to do. I also want to mention that, you know, if you happen to miss Nassau, there's an opportunity to catch the show in Electoral for next weekend. There's also Long Island on the 22nd. And then we end the Goombay season with the second time it's actually being held in Matthewtown, Inagua.
Okay, you're going all the way south.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So you're trying to capture everyone to get a taste of the
Yes,
Goombay.
we've done it on all the islands, Abaco, North Andros, South Andros. We've done Exuma. This would be the second for Electoral. Did I leave anybody out? San Salvador, Cat Island. We've done all of the islands.
And with you incorporating those islands, what does that mean in terms of an economic injection there? What does that do for those islands?
We find that those that are not there on the island, there's a lot of travel. Bahamas Air has confirmed with us a few times that they've seen like an increase in flights. And once people land on those islands, they enjoy their time. They attend our events, but they also go and, you know, do some sightseeing, spend some more money with the locals on the island. And so we're happy that, you know, it's a win for all.
That definitely sounds good. So Goombay Summer is definitely a celebration with something for everyone and a true reflection of our Bahamian spirit. So Nikki, thank you always for popping up and helping us out when we need it. But all the best to you and your team for, as you say, the final Goombay Summer for Nassau, but definitely others for the Family Island.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Up next on What's Trending, we're headed to a one-of-a-kind cruise destination in the northern Bahamas where local pride, creativity, and culture are on full display. Stay with us.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tangy. Tangy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian tangs, and if you got tangs to sell, sell on Tangy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tangsybahamas.com.
Did you know that if a fire starts in your home, you may have as little as 2 minutes to escape? Keep your family and home safe with these few fire safety preparation and prevention tips. Ensure that your home has working smoke detectors. They will alert you if there is smoke and fire in your home. Install a smoke detector on every level of your home, inside each bedroom and outside each sleeping area. Test smoke detectors every month and change the batteries every 6 months. Home fires can spread rapidly, and every second counts. Create an escape plan and practice it with everyone in your home. Make sure everyone can safely escape in less than 2 minutes. Keep escape routes as clutter-free as possible so no one trips or falls on the way out to an emergency. In addition to smoke detectors, fire extinguishers is an important device to have on hand. To use a fire extinguisher, remember the acronym PASS. Pull the pin, aim the nozzle, squeeze the handle, and sweep from side to side at the base of the fire. We must all do our parts to ensure that our families and homes are safe in the event a fire occurs. On behalf of the Commissioner of Police, the Director of Fire Services, and all officers of the Fire Department, let's work together to help prevent fires, because fire safety is everyone's responsibility, and the life you save may be your own.
Carnival Celebration Key isn't just about sun, sand, and sea. It's also about celebrating the spirit of the Bahamas. In this special series produced by Carnival, we're getting an inside look at the local vendors helping to bring the island vibe to life, from sweet treats like mini donuts to handcrafted jewelry and other authentic products. It's all a part of creating a deeper connection between guests and culture right here at Celebration Key. Take a look.
Celebration Key, Meet the Vendor series, where we sat down with our vendors one-on-one, where they shared their story and their journey to becoming vendors at Celebration Key.
Hey, I'm Avery.
Hi, I'm Natalia.
And we're the owners of
Mini Donut King. So, Mini Donut King was actually birthed in the pandemic. We had a lot of time on our hands, and I was just playing around making donuts. So I always wanted to own a food truck, but I never thought it would actually be a mini donut truck. So I was like, okay, this is a fun idea to take into a food truck. So we looked around and we found a machine. And then I was like, okay, I got this machine, now I need to have a lot of toppings. So I wanted it to be fun. At the time, when we thought about opening the food truck at first, my husband was like, this is a bad idea. I don't.
Oh, Lord.
He was like, nobody wants mini donuts. I was hurt, but I was like, yes, think about it. Like, it makes you feel less guilty.
It was all until I tasted the donut. That's when I believe this has got a good idea. This is a good idea.
It started off like as a black trailer, no window, no nothing. So the design and everything that you see was basically done by us. He came up with the design, he came up with the logo, I came up with the name. So we just used our talents to start this business from scratch. I do believe I found a flyer that Celebration Key had out there on Facebook. And I told my husband about it. I was like, okay, I think this is something that would really work out for us. I said, let's try and apply. Not sure we were actually gonna get it, but I was like, okay, there's nothing wrong with trying. So we applied for the application to be down at Celebration Key. Members of the Celebration Key team did come to our food truck. They were impressed by our branding. They were like, this looks so fun. And it is. We wanted them to notice that our business was a fun business. So when they tried the donuts, they were impressed also. They liked how they were hot, how they were fresh, and so yes. I can remember the first day getting the phone call, letting us know that we were going to be there. I remember like having to put on this professional face, but really wanting to scream, be like, yeah!
So we're gonna actually double our capacity as far as volume. We could serve about 1,200 donuts an hour with the amount of people coming in, so that'll definitely cover the high volume coming in.
When they first come, they're gonna smell some flavors. They're gonna smell these donuts because the aroma what these donuts give is like, it's very attractive. So when they come, they're gonna experience our new exclusive flavors as the Pink Flamingo, which is a donut that's inspired by a pink flamingo. It's a pink donut with coconut flakes. So we're gonna add flavors you've never seen before in a donut.
So we also will be selling shaved ices. And so we named a few after things in the Bahamas, one of the most popular ones being the Bahamian ting, which is, it has pineapple inside of it. And the Bahamas, especially Luther, is known for their pineapple. So we wanted to bring, and my favorite food is pineapple. So we wanted to bring something from there. And it also has like a blue coconut flavor inside of it. And it's even topped with like a mini Bahamian flag.
This means the world to us to finally get to explore a new venue, a new destination, and to really give a great impression on the guests.
We're bringing the sweet.
And we're bringing the heat.
Meet us at Celebration Key.
termites and need to get rid of them fast, trust Rent-A-Kill Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rent-A-Kill Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rent-A-Kill Initial.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer Mark crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3. Our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
When a hurricane watch or warning is issued, medical emergency services are placed on high alert. For many persons seeking medical care, defining what an emergency is can be difficult to assess given all that is occurring during the storm. The following basic guidelines are designed to help you assess your emergency. If you are experiencing symptoms like shortness of breath, chest pain, severe pain, disorientation, extreme vomiting or diarrhea, vision disturbance, or suicidal thoughts, you should seek immediate medical assistance. If you are bleeding significantly or otherwise severely injured, seek emergency assistance immediately. Children presenting with symptoms like high fever and extremely listless or lethargic behavior need to be taken to the emergency room immediately. If you are unsure of the extent of your condition, you are advised to seek medical assistance immediately. Share your symptoms with the on-call doctor and get advice as to whether or not it can wait until normal business hours. Remember, emergency care is not a convenient option for basic medical care during a storm. The Public Hospitals Authority encourages members of the public to use these basic guidelines to help decide on whether something is an emergency or not. The authority reminds the public that in the case of an emergency, always call 919 or head immediately to the emergency room. This message has been brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority.
So what do cycling, raspberries, lighthouses, and loom weaving all have in common? They're just a few of the quirky, heartfelt, and downright delicious things being celebrated around the world today, August 7th. Yes, it's one of those days where just about everything under the sun gets its moment. So let's take a quick trip through the celebrations that might just give you something to smile about or to sip on. Let's kick things off with the UK, where it's National Cycle to Work Day. Now listen, it's one of the best forms of exercise and great for the environment, but in this Bahamas heat, let's face it, cycling to work sounds great until you're 5 minutes in and melting like ice in the sun in the Bahamas. Most folks are choosing cold AC over hot handlebars any day. But hey, if you do cycle, you might need a little sugar boost afterwards. Enter National Raspberries and Cream Day. The sweet combo is celebrated for its refreshing flavor, and it's been a classic British dessert since the 19th century. So go ahead, treat yourself to a fruity pick-me-up. Once you've devoured your snack and your blood sugar's back in check, take a moment to honor those who take care of our loved ones on Aged Care Employee Day. These quiet heroes, nurses, caregivers, and support staff are the heart and hands behind elder care, and they absolutely deserve our recognition and respect. Meanwhile, our neighbors to the north are shining a light on National Lighthouse Day, commemorating the signing of the U.S. Lighthouse Act in 1789. And while we may not have as many, the Bahamas does have a few iconic beacons of our own worth exploring, like the Hog Island Lighthouse on Paradise Island, the oldest in the country. Today is also Professional Speakers Day, a tip of the mic to the masters of the spoken word. The ones who know how to capture a room, deliver with confidence, and never once break a sweat. Whether it's a keynote, sermon, or a school speech, public speaking is definitely an art, and one many of us can sharpen with practice. Feeling crafty? Well, it's also National Loom Day, paying tribute to the intricate art of weaving. Did you know in India, hand loom is the second largest source of employment after agriculture? Millions, especially women, pass down this traditional skill through generations, weaving not just fabric, but culture, identity, and community. Now, as we wind down the day, we pause to reflect on Purple Heart Day. Observed in the U.S., it honors military personnel wounded or killed in action. The Purple Heart is the oldest U.S. military medal, first established by George Washington in 1782. It's a somber but powerful reminder of courage, sacrifice, and service. And finally, because we never say no to a toast, it's also Indian Pale Ale Day. So whether you're an IPA lover or just along for the ride, crack open a cold one and raise your glass to a day full of heart, history, and a little hops. From donuts to duty, looms to lighthouses, August 7th is packed with reasons to reflect, celebrate, and maybe even try something new. Because, hey, there's always something we're cheering for, and today it just happens to be a whole lot of things. You're watching What's Trending.
If you would like to be a part of What's Trending, DM us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS.
Welcome to the Intra-African Trade Fair 2025, the gateway to abundant opportunity, the platform for more, access to a continent with more makers and creators, more technology and manufacturing capabilities, more innovators and collaborators, more information and knowledge, a continent of opportunities for business in more markets and resources that accelerate progress and create space for more infrastructure, connectivity and networking, more creativity, production, and more deals for the people. Afrexim Bank, in collaboration with the African Union Commission and the AFCFTA Secretariat, brings you the 4th Intra-African Trade Fair, hosted by the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. Over 2,000 exhibitors, 35,000 plus attendees, 140 plus countries, $44 billion in trade and investment opportunities. Register now and enter the gateway to new opportunities.
Diet-friendly special.
Covering the news seems easy, but we put thought into what we're doing. The Bahamas Tonight Access Now, here to inform, educate, and entertain. A new type of newscast featuring social media trends, news from around the islands, interviews with the people you like in our communities, sports, weather, and fabulous entertainment. That's a Bahamas Tonight Access Now with Marlena Leonard and LaDon Davis. 7:30, Monday to Friday. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
We'll have another informative show for you on Monday as we bring you the latest trending activities and footprints. That's the end of another trending day. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. That's at What's Trending on ZNS for all the latest buzz, behind the scenes moments, and what's hot on the timeline. We'll be right back here at 6 p.m. on Monday with more lifestyle, entertainment, and everything in between. See you later.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. Deputy Prime Minister elected Vice President of the United Nations World Tourism Organization. Also tonight, changes ahead for the nation's electoral process. And island-wide fiber rollout now complete. BTC officials calls it a blue letter day.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper has been elected as the new Vice President of the UN World Tourism Organization General Assembly that represents the Americas for the 2025 term. Now, this is the second time someone from the Bahamas would have held the post, the last time in 2015. The vote occurred by secret ballot in Lima, Peru, at the organization's Regional Commission for the Americas session. The Deputy Prime Minister in a statement reflects this appointment is the result of strong regional partnerships and a shared vision for a more resilient and inclusive tourism sector. It is an honor to represent the Bahamas and the Caribbean at this level, and I am committed to ensuring that our collective voice helps shape the future of global tourism policy and practice. The UNWTO General Assembly is the supreme decision-making body of the organization, responsible for electing officers, adopting policies, and guiding the global tourism agenda. The statement from the Ministry of Tourism adds Cooper's appointment places the country in a pivotal position to influence international tourism policy and collaborate on sustainable development priorities in the region. In other news, government is moving to modernize and strengthen the country's electoral system, with Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, tabling the Parliamentary Elections Amendment Bill 2025 in the House of Assembly Wednesday. He says the legislation will introduce best practice changes intended to improve the security and efficiency of the electoral process, with the introduction of biometric identification for voting.
To find out who is no longer on the list. It's the simple process, because they're all digitized, of comparing the register that you received for the election in 2021 against the register you just received in 2025. And you can do the work for yourself.
With the amendments, the country would formally adopt biometric-based voter registration and verification while introducing biometric voter cards, e-poll books at polling stations, and periodic voter verification exercises while enhancing data security protocols. Monroe says the system is used in India and closer to home, Jamaica. He projects the changes will take place over months and include public education, equipment rollout, staff training, and legal activation of the new framework.
Biometrics could include retinal scans. We're not going for that. We're simply going for your fingerprints, your face, and your digital signature. Now that should be not controversial, Madam Speaker. I had the occasion to accompany my son to the U.S. Embassy to apply for his student visa, and without any hesitation, he delivered up the prints of all 10 of his fingers and a digital photo that will be digitized. So everyone who likes to travel to Miami and has a visa has already surrendered those biometrics to the United States.
Meantime, Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, in her contribution to the debate on the Parliament Elections Amendment Bill 2025 that passed in the House of Assembly Wednesday night, gave her support to the legislation. She says the electoral process has been vulnerable to concerns over accuracy and also faced inefficiencies that have left individuals feeling disenfranchised.
It is a bold, necessary step to modernize our electoral framework, ensuring that the voice of every Bahamian, from Grand Bahama and Abaco in the north to Maguana and Inagua in the south, is heard and protected. And it aligns with our blueprint for change to advance the Bahamas as a digital society inclusive of smart technology.
The Member of Parliament for Pine Ridge says she's also excited about the introduction of biometric cards, as all 13 polling divisions in her constituency were flooded in 2019's Hurricane Dorian, and many residents have relocated.
Of biometric data and e-poll books is a direct correlation to our broader strategy. It signals to investors, entrepreneurs, and our young, talented Bahamians that our government is committed to embracing modern digital solutions. This effort is not a singular event. Its success in our democratic process will have a ripple effect. The tentacles of this bill reach far beyond the ballot box, touching the very core of how we envision a smarter, more connected Bahamas.
In other news, it's official. Grand Bahama is now fully fiberized. BTC has completed its island-wide fiber rollout, marking a major milestone in the country's digital transformation. The details in this report.
Today is a blue letter day for BTC.
Grand Bahama is now fully fiberized. Mission accomplished and a major milestone for BTC. The company's chief executive officer, Samir Badi, is calling it a game changer. The journey began back in 2016, but real momentum kicked in by 2023, driven by focused leadership, a dedicated team, and the addition of executive senior manager Dominic Petty to the effort. Badi says BTC's future-proof network is already delivering faster, more reliable, world-class connectivity.
This moment is not just about installing fiber, it's about delivering fast, reliable broadband. The kind of high-performance connectivity that fuels innovation, empowers education, drives businesses, and enhances everyday life. We're ready for the experiences of today and tomorrow. AI, cloud computing, IoT, video streaming, gaming, things that we cannot even anticipate now.
The announcement was made Thursday at Pelican Bay, where BTC executives were joined by government officials and members of the business community to mark the achievement. Delmaro Duncombe, BTC's Director of Business-to-Business Operations, says the impact on local businesses will be transformational.
We are now enabled to empower businesses with the ability to do more, now more than ever before. Whether it's fully utilizing our Small Business Smart Solution Suite, cloud PBX phone services, or innovative and over-the-top solutions like cloud storage and data security, they are all now a reality.
Minister for Grand Bahama Ginger Moxie applauding the rollout, calling it a critical step in the island's digital and economic evolution.
It will electrify our burgeoning tech sector, facilitate seamless global logistics, and ensure our businesses can compete on any stage. Grand Bahama is and will continue to be the home of innovation and technology.
Meanwhile, opposition leader Michael Pintard says BTC is showing confidence in the country's future by investing in the necessary infrastructure.
Productivity, which is challenged in the Bahamas, has an opportunity now to improve to the extent that we have the quality kind of infrastructure that we desire. And so I'm happy to be here to congratulate you on this achievement.
Now, BTC also making a trip to Bimini this week for an opening. We'll have that story for you in tomorrow's newscast. Switching gears now, months into the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, and Senior Met Officer is providing a cautious outlook of current trends. While things have been slow, he says residents should continue to be vigilant and prepared. Our Shane Stubbs has more in this report.
So far, we've been pretty blessed.
In comparison to last year, where system development was swift and often at the beginning of the hurricane season, this year seems to be rather quiet. However, Senior Met Officer at the Department of Meteorology, Trinidad Tynes, says things have in fact been active, but gives insight into why development has been low thus far, while cautioning we're still in the upswing of the season.
Our sea surface temperatures, even though they're quite warm, just off of the west coast of Africa, they're pretty cool right now. They're starting to warm up now, and you can see that with the intensity of the tropical waves that are coming off of Africa right now. They're starting to be a little bit more stronger. But we're still on the upslope or the upswing intensity of hurricane activity, it has been very slow, which is a good sign so far. So, just keep praying and keep our fingers crossed that we have a quiet season. And if anything develops, it'll stay out in the ocean.
Science also says that thunderstorm activity is also providing some aid in lessening the chances of tropical waves to develop.
So far, we've been having a lot of thunderstorm activity over the course, which helps aid to keeping the area, the sea surface temperatures cool around the area. But that doesn't mean we're not going to have anything, and it's not saying that we're going to have something. We're just saying that be prepared, keep monitoring, keep watching what we have been doing over the years.
Now, what Current Time says forecasters are monitoring a few systems that may have a chance of development. He also says that mid-September typically brings an increase of activity due to a rise in sea temperatures, with a second peak in October. He urges residents to stay prepared.
It's good to have everything, all your little hurricane supplies, your canned goods, your batteries, what you need for flashlights and stuff like that. Make sure if you have medication, you have small children, you make sure you have all your baby need. Also, we try to say if you have like all your documents, important documents, you always have some sort of waterproof container to hold those and stuff. Try to get those things out of the way, so the heavier stuff like plywood and stuff like that, if you have to batten up, you won't have all that heavy running up and down to do.
The Atlantic hurricane season runs until November 31st, and residents should remain vigilant as the season progresses. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
And still to come.
Goombay Summer Festival in Grand Bahama ends on a high note with fun, culture, and community vibes. That story plus sports and more when we return.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
It's back to school and back to savings at Bellevue Business Depot. 20% store-wide sale until September 13th on cash and credit card purchases. Spend $50 or more to enter to win a laptop. Drawing and sale ends September 13th.
Located in Hannah Hill, 8 Mile Rock, Faith Christian Academy is now open for registration for the new school year 2025-2026. Come grow with us in a great environment for learning. Register today, do not delay. Call the number 439-0130 or 348-2592.
Clearview Glass and Windows Repairs, Freeport trusted name since 2006. This August, get 10% off all windows screen. Give them a call today at 352-7694 or 826-7509. The choice is clear with Clearview.
The Bro Cathedral of Christ the King brings you this message, sponsored by Elizabeth Bridges in celebration of her 77th birthday. May her life continue to be a testimony of God's boundless grace.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. The Goombay Summer Festival in Grand Bahama came to a vibrant close last weekend, capping off 3 weeks of spirited celebrations, cultural showcases, and community engagement that highlighted the island's rich heritage and infectious Bahamian hospitality. Here is Shalia Roll with that report.
July 31st marked the last night of the Goombay Summer Festival. Locals and tourists alike joined on Tino Beach to enjoy the night.
The final night, held at Tino Beach, drew hundreds of residents and tourists alike, all eager to soak in the sights, sounds, and tastes of authentic Bahamian culture one last time. Junkanoo rush outs, limbo dancing, live rake and scrape performances, and mouth-watering local cuisine lit up the evening and brought the festival to a fittingly festive conclusion. In attendance was the Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, sharing her experience at this year's Summer Festival.
Excited about all of the events happening. We have said that Grand Bahama is home of events and entertainment, so we're living up to that. Events galore.
Anya Hanna, an officer from the Ministry of Tourism who helped oversee the planning and execution of the festival, shared that this year's event exceeded expectations.
Overall, this is the finale night of Goombay Summer Festival. I can say that 3 weeks was tremendous. We enjoy seeing locals come out and have a great time, as well as our visitors that we have on island.
Visitors and tourists alike expressing their excitement about the last night of the festival.
It's the best. You got to come to Goombay. It's only 1 month though, but we love it. The people, the food is fabulous. You're never going to find a better deal.
You know, I got a little youth over there. It's the last Thursday, so I'm going to come out and support the vendors, you know what I mean?
We are actually a sponsor of the Goombay Summer Festival. We've been doing it for a number of years. So we partner with the Ministry of Tourism along with the other sponsors to make this happen. So we are excited about being here at Goombay and sharing with the tourists and natives alike.
How are you enjoying the Goombay Summer Festival?
Great.
Now, tourism officials say that residents and visitors can expect a bigger and better summer festival in 2026. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rule.
In other news, an annual tradition is going on strong in the eastern end of Grand Bahama as the area hosted the 19th annual Seafest, its cultural event filled with desirable attire and delicious Bahamian cuisines in High Rock. Seafest is back for more. Our Matthew Martin-Borrow was on the grounds and shares more in this report.
For 19 years, the High Rock settlement in East Grand Bahama has been home to the cultural extravaganza known as Seafest. Locals proudly display a variety of homemade clothing and jewelry, while culinary vendors serve up their unique twist on beloved Bahamian delicacies. Speaking with Member of Parliament for East Grand Bahama, J. Kwesi Thompson, he shares his admiration for the constituents and their determination to keep this annual tradition alive over the years.
It is a tremendous blessing, and what they do, which we commend them for, is the proceeds of what is made today, they put back into the community to continue to build the community. And so we just celebrate them, we commend them, and today is going to be a tremendous day.
From local vendors and residents to foreign visitors, everyone echoed the same sentiment. They're glad they made the trip to Seafest.
We have lost a lot, and after Hurricane Dorian, the Ministry of Grand Bahama stepped in all the events and bring it alive for us for the first day, and after that, we just continue doing it.
But I enjoy taking a ride down, just to let the people know that in High Rock that we still care about them. Like I said, they've been through so much, so it's important for us to support events like this.
It's the first time for everything. It's the first time I ever try it, be a constant vendor. It's starting off like it's starting to pick up for me, so I'll see how it turns out the rest of the night.
I mean, just the fellowship that I'm seeing with everybody. Everybody's been super welcoming. The food's been great. The music, we're just digging it.
It's been super accommodating as far as getting snow cones, and bathrooms were the cleanest I've seen in a long time. So it was been a great experience so far. Everyone has been chatting our ear off, and I love it.
I enjoy myself. I thank God for life, man. I thank God for being here.
Now, with this year's edition of High Rock Seafest officially in the books, many are already looking ahead for what promises to be a monumental 20th chapter for the cultural staple set for next year. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Martin-Burrow.
Great report, Matthew. Meantime, summer fun with a purpose. That's the mission behind the Urban Renewal summer camps across Grand Bahama. At Martintown Primary, it's more than just games and treats. It's about building confidence, culture, and community in the next generation.
Martintown Primary Camp is one of several camps hosted by the Urban Renewal program here on Grand Bahama. Mary Nern, Center Manager for Urban Renewal West End, says these camps play a crucial role in developing and empowering the next generation.
It's a feeling of satisfaction, and it brings really joy to my life. All my life I've been giving back to West End, and so doing this camp is like nothing because I've always been a part of my community.
From flying homemade kites in the bright, beautiful sky to racing down slip and slides and cooling off under fire department hoses, it was a day packed with non-stop fun and excitement for the campers. Sergeant Terrence Thompson shared the joy it brings him to see the campers reconnect with hands-on activities and cultural traditions, stepping away from screens and rediscovering the simple pleasures of play.
Right now, the pleasure of watching these young people flying these kites, because I haven't done it in a while. and I made an effort to come out here. Some was not enthused, but after a while, I watched them come into it slowly, and now everybody out here now is excited and want to fly a kite. So I feel good. I feel like I've made some change away from the tablets this year.
After hours of laughter and adventure, the children were treated to lunch and received goodie bags. But the sweetest surprise came when Frank's Ice Cream made a special appearance, handing out free scoops to cap off a perfect day of summer joy.
Urban is here to bring relief. Urban is transformation. So once we leave urban, we should see the changes in our communities, because that's important.
As this camp comes to a close, one thing is certain: the impact was undeniable. From instilling cultural pride to building teamwork and life skills, the Urban Renewal program continues to make a splash here in Grand Bahama. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm intern Aaron Burrows.
And that's a look at stories making news. Jay, no shortage of excitement in the world of swimming.
How do you know? Anyhow, Jonquil Jones had a major game since returning from injury. Like you would have mentioned, he made Bernie Butler swim. A meet is this Saturday at Coral Beach. We'll have more details, Raven.
All right, thank you for that, Jay. Well, sports is coming your way next.
Yes, up next.
Here at Island Bedding, we provide Bahamians a local option for factory direct quality sleep products. We have also expanded to include a range of furniture and home accessories. Check out our new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe. Located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose, crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready-mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products to bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports Talking Sports, the 53rd annual Bernie Butler Open Water Swim Race, scheduled to take place this Saturday, August 9th on Coral Beach. The event will feature the 5K swim and the traditional swim race, with the award ceremony to take place at the Freeport Rugby Club.
It is 4 individual races. So the first race that'll be happening is at 7:30 in the morning. That's the John Bradley 5K. So that's the race that the competitive swimmers are going to do. We have a lot of kids coming from Nassau to do this. It's actually a Carifta qualifier. There's only 2 or 3 in the country per year. The next race will be the traditional race. It's 1 3/4 miles, so it starts all the way down at Arlukaya and finishes all the way at the end of Coral Beach. At the same time, we'll have the 1 mile, the Burt Bell 1 mile will be swum right after the traditional race. So that's 10:30, and then right after that, the half mile, the mile, and the half mile will all be swum at the same time, all finishing together.
Next in sports, the Bahamas 17 and under junior national basketball team held tryouts on the weekend at the 8 Mile Rock Gymnasium. Assistant coach Marco Cooper says Team Bahamas will have a real chance once the final roster is selected.
Just want to see what the talent look like, what it looks like. A lot of the guys would have just got back from Buddy's camp in the U.S., and so we're just trying to find the best players here in Grand Bahama. Then we're going to go in Nassau and see what we can find over there as well. I played on the national team some years ago, and to be in this position to now be a coach, it's a big deal for me. I just want to see our kids, Bahamian kids, get better, continue to grow, have a chance to play at the next level, whether it's tertiary education or professionally.
And finally in sports, Jonquil Jones and the New York Liberty won in their last game 85-76 against the Dallas Wings to improve their record to 19-10 on the season. Jones finished the game with a double-double, 15 points and 10 rebounds to go along with 2 assists in the win. The Liberty will be back in action on Friday against Dallas. Ladies and gents, that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Hi, my name is Michael Henley. I'm a chiropractor here in Freeport, Grand Bahama, owner of GB Chiropractic. Been back in Freeport now for almost 15 years. Been in practice for over 24 years. Chiropractic is a health profession that we deal with. 99% of it is back pain. Could be from muscular injuries, trauma-related injuries, repetitive stress injuries, something that's going on and it's just not going away. Other cases can be headaches, neck pain, shoulder pain. Sciatica is a big case that we have. Chiropractors, we treat a lot of sciatic-type patients. We're located at 19 West Atlantic Drive in Bullard's Plumbing Plaza, right down the road from the Raven Mall. My phone number is 688-4263. I also have a satellite office in Marsh Harbor. I go there every 2 weeks, so if anybody has a family in Marsh and they need any help, I'm over there quite a lot as well.
Get a jump on your health and fitness goals with the Fitness Connections Transformation Challenge. We've already helped hundreds of people get closer to their health and fitness goals and achieve awesome results like you see here. You can scan the QR code to find out more. But let me tell you what all comes with the challenge. One, you get 20% off coupons to the Fitness Connection every 2 weeks. You get coaching calls with us on Zoom. You get accountability, us checking in on you. And you also get the chance to win $1,000 and other prizes if you are the winner. So what do you have to lose? $50, you can have a chance to win $1,000 and get the body of your dreams. So scan the code now, sign up. We're here to help you.
Join us for City in Motion, your inside look at the people, progress, and possibilities shaping the city of Freeport. Each week, we bring you the stories behind the movement. Highlighting how the Grand Bahama Port Authority is leading with purpose.
Our desire is to connect Bahamians with the opportunities that's right in front of them.
This is City in Motion.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis.
And I'm Jay Philippe.
Thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next. They are on your screen.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, pressure applied on local liquor businesses. We have the details of what's needed to avoid shutdown. Plus, plagued by fear and hopelessness, an alarming increase in young people attempting to take their own lives. And a secret ballot leads to the tourism's lead spokesman attaining a prestigious post. What it means for the Bahamas. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. A major crackdown on businesses selling alcohol throughout the country. Amendments to the Business License Act now allows the Department of Inland Revenue to require registration from all liquor businesses before receiving an actual business license. Failure to comply could very well mean closure. The announcement made during the Office of the Prime Minister's weekly press briefing. Felicity Darville has the story.
Businesses that sell alcohol, beware. The process of licensing has become more stringent. The zone in which you are is now under scrutiny, and some crackdowns are on the way. We learned as much at the Office of the Prime Minister from Controller of Inland Revenue, Shonda Strawn.
It is now mandatory for a liquor business to have a certificate of registration and a business license. And so, in order for you to get a business license or to get a business license renewed, so even if you have one already, even if you have a license already, you got to do the registration.
Whether you own a liquor store, restaurant, or bar, you must obtain that registration 90 days before applying for your license. Inland Revenue will publish your business in the local dailies, giving the public time to support or object and allowing for proper investigation.
Things that Inland Revenue is going to consider when we make the determination as to whether or not the registration certificate should be granted. We're going to consider the concentration of liquor stores in the area that you're trying to open the liquor store in. Of course, as I said before, proximity to schools and places of worship, the suitability of the premises. We now have this new thing called the suitability.
Suitability, Strawn said, will include issues like driving up or walking up to buy liquor outside of the building. There will be consultation and a right of appeal. As of September 1, Inland Revenue's portal will open, $100 to register wholesale and $50 for restaurants and bars. Reporting from the Office of the Prime Minister for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Felicity Darville.
The Department of Inland Revenue also today giving a firm jolt to short-term vacation rental property owners to comply with registering those properties with the government's online portal. As Corval Python reports tonight, the goal here is to clog the leak and improve accountability. Corval?
Short-term vacation rentals, Makushla, most people watching us tonight would probably know this best as Airbnbs. And this is a growing industry both here locally and worldwide. But locally, officials say that the government is losing just an enormous amount of money annually under the current regime. And so they're hoping to fix that. And that is exactly what the Department of Inland Revenue announced earlier today. Department of Inland Revenue Comptroller Shonda Strawn revealing that across the country, there are more than 20,000 short-term vacation rental properties. Of that number, more than 20% have also been flagged. Flagged, Strawn says, for not being registered with the government's short-term vacation rental portal. It's a substantial loss in revenue.
And so if you're going to benefit from the government's initiatives in the whole industry of short-term vacation rental, you need to register with us in the portal so that we know that you're out there.
Strawn says registration is required for all short-term vacation rentals.
And so if you register, it also helps us to understand or to get a feel for what other islands need more properties and where the government needs to go to provide benefits or incentives for Bahamians that want to participate in that area.
Owners shouldn't fare, Strawn insists. There is a distinction she makes for this registration. One reason is simply for the government's information, and the other is for tax purposes. The latter deals with both value-added tax and business licenses. But owners shouldn't panic. The comptroller breaks down who's most impacted by this tax regime.
If you have a turnover in excess of $100,000, then, like everybody else with that type of turnover, you should be registered for VAT. And if you're registered for VAT, you have to have a business license.
This doesn't apply, though, to non-Bahamians.
All foreigners, it doesn't matter what their turnover is, all foreigners have to be registered for VAT and have a business license.
And again, we just want to say what Comptroller Strawn said there. They're not looking to punish anybody, no fines or penalties. They're hoping, though, that owners will, follow the honor system. So if you own a property, they want you to register this information with the government. Reporting live for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pye from Back Inside to you, Makushla.
Well, thanks, Corval. The Inland Revenue Chief also sharing some good news for back-to-school shoppers as the VAT holiday kicks in beginning this Sunday.
The usual things, all the usual things. You buy your personal computers and laptops and tablets as long as the cost is under $3,000 a unit. So you could buy anything. So the school children, but also businesses. If this is a good time to kind of purchase equipment.
Well, as we reported yesterday, St. Barnabas MP and the FNM's deputy leader has once again been suspended from the next sitting of Parliament after refusing to apologize for remarks made in the House of Assembly during the budget debate. Our Lloyd Allen spoke with Chief Clerk about the suspension.
The House of Assembly is officially on recess until October 8th, but when members return, Shannon Cartwright will not be a part of that grouping as he is currently on suspension following a June 18th action against the Honorable Leon Lundy. We spoke with Chief Clerk David Forbes on the matter.
These things are done in a progressive kind of step. The suspension that happened to Mr. Cartwright yesterday should be the end of the matter. You have to understand that the Privilege Committee, which is one of the standing committees of the House of Assembly, did an investigation and they came up with a finding. Their finding was reported to the House, and a part of their finding was to request an apology from Mr. Cartwright.
Now, we also received this report from the Committee of Privilege, which details those incidents leading up to that suspension of Cartwright, who has not yet apologized for his actions against Leon Lundy. The committee timelines as Lundy presented his contributions to the 2025-2026 budget debate. Questions were posed by Cartwright regarding increased charges in the rate of charges on water supply from the Water and Sewage Corporation. Lundy provided answers, followed by a tabled report in support of his position. A dispute arose, carrying over to the following day, where Cartwright then accused Lundy of misleading the House using quoted objectionable language. Lundy requested from the House chair a withdrawal of the comments, with the matter then referred by the Deputy Speaker to the Privilege Committee.
If the Speaker names a member, for example, and you suspend that member, each time the suspension becomes longer automatically. But on the other hand, I think after the third time under that particular rule, then the member's seat becomes vacant. He's no longer a member of the House of Assembly.
Now, while the suspension is not directly tied to Rule 87, Forbes did indicate that any further suspensions experienced by Cartwright could lead to him not properly representing his constituents right here in Parliament. Reporting from Bay Street for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Coming up, a silent crisis coming to the fore. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Bahamas has been a nation marching for progress. We are more than sunny skies and blue seas. We are a nation filled with purpose, opportunity, and innovation. With each generation, our spirit grows stronger, our dreams brighter, with our banners waving high. Join us as we continue to pass the torch, fostering freedom, progress, opportunity, and innovation for years to come. Happy Independence, Bahamas, from Commonwealth Bank.
Long day? Hungry crew? Say less and satisfy everyone with KFC's Summer Buckets. Grab a super summer bucket and get 8 juicy pieces of fried chicken, 8 nuggets, corn, our new white rice with gravy, 4 buttery biscuits, 4 Switcher Pink lemonades, and 4 dessert biscuits. So whether it's on the beach, at home, or chilling with the crew, KFC's Summer Bucket starting at just $20. Bring all the flavor. Summer with KFC. It's finger licking good.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Back into school.
You're looking at a shot there of the water tower at Fort Finn Castle, built in 1928 and currently under renovation. That shot courtesy of our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. Welcome back. A silent crisis growing louder here in the Bahamas as numbers paint a chilling picture that can no longer be ignored. Domestic abuse. Amaya Moss explains in this next report.
A 2024-2025 study commissioned by the Ministry of National Security indicates that 1 in 4 women in the Bahamas have been physically or sexually abused in their lifetime. Of the 272 women who have reported physical abuse, nearly 65% described the incidents as severe, involving acts such as slapping, choking, burning, kicking, and even threats with deadly weapons. Well, our news team recently spoke to a few women who opened up on a reality that many face in silence.
I don't think enough is being done. But then we also have to wonder how we can get women to talk about and to seek protection from the very from these people who are abusing them and violating them, and sometimes in some instances violating their children.
Women were taught to stay. You get married, you have children, you stay with your husband. In spite of whatever was happening, you had to stay because, you know, the parents always said, oh, if you do something wrong, you better stay with your husband, don't come back here. So I think that's one of the main causes.
They're not mentally or physically safe based on society because people think it's like the norm, because if women try to speak up for themselves, they either their feelings are pushed aside or their thoughts or even their beliefs are pushed aside.
I think embarrassment is one. I don't think they want people to know they're being abused, so they put on a good show, they put on a little makeup and things when people see them, oh, you look so lovely and all of that, but they don't know the pain they're going through.
The voices of women are becoming more present in conversations once held in silence. Their participation is contributing to broader awareness and long-term solutions. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Amaya Moss.
Meantime, once something is placed on the internet, it's impossible to know, even if taken down by the author, whether it's been maliciously snatched by another. And this has serious repercussions on the youth, in some cases awakening a dark will to take their own lives. Daniel Dean tells us more.
Well, there's a lot of issues with our young people, and what we are beginning to see, a lot of things bubbling to the surface.
Whether from a place of naivety, misguidance, or sheer hopelessness, the health issues that have become widespread amongst young people all lead to one truth: intervention is necessary. According to Health and Wellness Minister, the Honourable Dr. Michael Darville, these two dangers are pressing.
We spoke specifically about cyberbullying and its connection with suicide. The scientific data is there to prove it, and we in the Ministry of Health, particularly the Mental Health Unit, will be addressing it in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports and Culture, and even some aspects of urban renewal.
Suicide attempts aren't the only cries for help in the aftermath of cyberbullying. So is early sexual initiation and risky behaviors.
We are now focusing heavily on our young people and finding productive ways on how to address these issues that are affecting them in their day-to-day activities.
Based on the findings of this year's Global School Health Report, there was a 7% increase in the number of teens seriously considering suicide between the years 2013 and 2023, with girls yielding higher percentages for considering, planning, and attempting suicide. In the near future, especially as school is set to resume in just a matter of weeks, the Minister of Health plans to collaborate with the Ministry of Education to strategize on how to prevent these issues. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
A member of Parliament for the Baines and Grantstown constituency, Wade Watson, publicly decrying the number of recent shootings in that area. Just mid-July, a 32-year-old father was shot and killed while getting water from a government pump through West Street.
I am hoping that the increase in patrols will slow down the inherent issues that we experience. But I do subscribe to the old policing adage that prevention is better than detection. I urge the young men of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and particularly within Baines and Grantstown, to put the guns down and to find better means to resolve conflicts.
An opposition MP bringing the plight of BDOX inmates to the floor of the House of Assembly. Long Island MP Adrian Gibson reasons that consideration should be given for the incarcerated to attend the funerals and grave sites of close loved ones. He also suggested that the Bahamas look into conjugal visits for married inmates.
How could a marriage last or survive a multi-year sentence? Seriously. In the United States, for example, Madam Speaker, right? Depending on the facility, on the security level, and the nature of the offense, many state prisons allow for immediate family members, parents, siblings, spouse, children. Once there's a formal request, and they're accompanied by corrections officers. There's some restraints, of course, involved, and some inmates may have to even pay for the transport and security costs, but they allow them to attend the funerals or to even have escorted trips to visit dying relatives. I think that's the humane thing to do. And as relates to...
Of course, the inmate said they must have a legal spouse, clean disciplinary record, be in good standing, and should not be serving any violent sexual offense. Gibson holds that this would lend to the country moving progressively towards prison reform. Now, National Security Minister Wayne Monroe made this point.
We're actually considering conjugal visits, and the inmates are all volunteering to build the conjugal cells.
Well, in the event a hurricane strikes this year, the Disaster Risk Management Authority trusts its alliances with non-government organizations to assist with temporary housing, rapid assessment, shipping, and logistics. It's these partnerships that DRM Authority Managing Director Aaron Sargent says strengthens the organization's capacity.
We just recently signed a bilateral arrangement with a nonprofit, Global Support and Development. They own one of the largest nonprofit humanitarian mission ships that will come into your country during times of disaster to produce water, potable water, and also help us with logistics and communications. And so we are building on those relationships. Our relationships are strong with our U.S. counterparts at U.S. Northern Command, which I am happy and always happy to talk about, as well as the other foreign missions like the UK, as well as the Chinese embassies, etc. And so we are pushing the growth of the DRM and our vision for a more proactive approach to disaster management through those relationships and building those.
When it comes to enhancing the recovery process, the DRM authority is said to be in the final stages of establishing a non-governmental consultative committee that will help manage standard operating procedures and the data collected and disseminated.
This helps us to present the information and the case to NGOs, external partners who may have the resources to provide help. And so that's what we're doing. We're strengthening our internal mechanisms for how we do damage assessments, where that information goes, which is why we have to develop a national risk information system and database, how we collect that information and then share it with our external partners.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Are you straight? Bro, I ain't getting no service. I can't make no calls. I can't post nothing on my stories. I don't get it.
Wait, you on a live? Shad, come, let's fix that. Come. This one needs saving. Pour them over, please.
Say less. Sign up today. Enjoy 5 gigs on us with select prepaid plans when you port your number to Alive, or 3 months free Alive Fiber services when you port your landline.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
Public consultation on the National Junkanoo Authority begins on Monday, August 11th. According to a Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture press release, a dedicated website will be launched giving residents the opportunity to read the draft legislation, offer comments, and contribute ideas. The release stressing that the authority does not give more power to the minister, but rather transfers that power to an independent body, creates permanent professional governance for a national institution that has outgrown its current structure, help develop markets for Junkanoo products, promote local culture abroad, attract funding, create jobs, and support the next generation of musicians, artists, and designers. The Ministry of Youth, Sports, and Culture also criticized Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard for hinting at political interference in Junkanoo groups without, it says, offering a shred of evidence. Former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minis, a Junkanoo enthusiast himself, weighing in on the public tension between the government and the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence following the latter's opposition to the bill, still under review.
The government and JCNP and Junkanoo should get together and do not set us back 5-10 years. It's too important an issue. Junkanoo, tourism is our #1 industry. Junkanoo has the potential to move alongside that. Let's move it forward. We have had it in the dark at the bottom of the ocean too long. Let's bring it up to the surface. Let's grow it so that the nation and every Bahamian can benefit.
Well, on a lighter note, we're going to toss it over to Marlena and Royston for a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now.
Well, Makushla, I know we've been talking a lot about mental health tonight, and actually the Bahamian author that we have coming on tonight, Jasmine Minis, her book is hoping to help people just get a little closer to self-love. The title begins with I Am Enough.
Absolutely.
So we're hoping to kind of dig into that tonight and bring a little sunlight into otherwise.
Certainly timely, and I think more of it's absolutely needed in terms of local writing, so we're looking forward to having her tonight. She should be a blast.
Yeah, can't wait to see it.
Well, stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight. The National Report continues after this break.
diet-friendly special.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a day single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Things Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations excluding the airport and food truck.
Shop early to get your uniforms and catch Janae's Uniform Center's buy 4 get 1 free sale. Pre-monogrammed and regular school shirts, dry fit and cotton polos, jumpers, skirts, boys long and short pants, PE shorts, underclothes, tights, socks, neckties, belts, sleeping mats, hair accessories, and character work desk. Get 50% off backpacks, lunch bags, and raincoats. Buy 4 school shirts, get 1 free. Buy 2 skirts, jumpers, or pants, get the third 50% off. Need embroidery and monogramming done? Visit Janae's Uniform Center early. Beat the back-to-school rush. Janae's Chesapeake Road back-to-school special. Restrictions apply.
Wait, what are you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large 1 topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but
I need the $10 special, please.
How many of them would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it? The Marcos got that deal, boy.
And the Bahamas once again taking center stage in global tourism leadership. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Chester Cooper, has been elected Vice President of the United Nations World Tourism Organization General Assembly. The election taking place during a regional meeting in Lima, Peru, where Cooper was selected by secret ballot. As Vice President, he'll shape global tourism policy, support sustainable development goals, and strengthen regional cooperation. DPM Cooper calling it an honor to represent the Bahamas and the Caribbean at this level, adding that he's committed to ensuring our collective voice helps shape the future of global tourism policy and practice. This marks the country's first time in the role since 2015, signaling a renewed confidence in the country's leadership. Officials say the appointment reflects a shared vision for a more resilient, inclusive tourism sector, not just for the Bahamas, but the Caribbean and beyond. Well, that does it for the National Report. But before we close, ZNS News would like to wish all of that Taylor of New York a happy 70th birthday. She's here with her family celebrating. Stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
I am a master plumber by profession. I've been doing plumbing for over 40-odd years. When I was 9 months old, I was diagnosed with polio. To me, living with polio, I took it the way it is. I never allowed my polio to get in my way of anything. In fact, I love when people doubt me, and I just prove them wrong. And let me tell you, in the world, you could only find a plumber as good as me, but you ain't gonna find no plumber better than me. People with disability, they just need a chance. In this program, I feel so encouraged. Most of the mentors have different kind of disability, but disabilities like me. Sharing and caring and showing so much support with people with disability. They would encourage you to go beyond. I wish this was around a long time ago. Right now, I would have been a millionaire. You out there who have a disability, don't be afraid. Take the step. If you believe it, you could achieve it. And remember one thing, ain't no one better than me, and ain't no one better than y'all. God made all us equal.
For more information about how the SBDC can help your small business to make a big impact, give us a call at 461-7232 or visit sbdcbahamas.com.
Get the glow, keeping you in the know, keeping you in the know. God, that is good enough to eat, that is good to grow. It's good enough to eat, that is good to grow.
With powerful words and passionate tributes, the Agrarian Awards 2025 was officially launched at the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, setting the stage for a celebration that promises to be more than an award show. It's a national tribute to the people cultivating the Bahamas' future. While delivering remarks, Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources Jomo Campbell set a powerful tone.
This event is more than just an awards night. It's a tribute to resilience. It's a celebration of innovation. It's a moment to say, as a country, that we see our farmers, that we value our agri leaders, and that we believe that agriculture is the root of our national strength.
We also heard from corporate sponsors.
As executive chairman of the Agricultural Development Organization, I am proud of the role these awards play in uplifting and honoring those whose daily efforts often go unseen, but are absolutely essential.
It's an honor to be here today as Royal Caribbean proudly sponsors the Lifetime Achievement Award at this year's Agrarian Awards. The theme, Planting with Heart and Soil, resonates deeply with all of us as Bahamians. From the hard work of our parents and grandparents to the farmers of today, agriculture reflects our shared history and culture while laying the foundation for a more food-secure future for generations to come.
And the night's two most important awardees for this year's show were on hand to share their reflections.
I appreciate the opportunity to sit with you, gentlemen, and the press. It's an honor to me. You see, success comes. You got to be creative to be successful. God create the eye. Many read and many don't understand.
There's never been a time in our history where there's so much hope and optimism in agriculture and fisheries development. And if we could keep pushing now, learn, plant, grow, and plan for the future. Plan to your backyards, plan for recreation, and to build and feed the nation.
The award ceremony will take place on Saturday, October 18th at the Atlantis Paradise Island Grand Ballroom, where farmers will take center stage. With just over 2 months to go, organizers say the Agrarian Awards 2025 will be an evening to remember. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
It all went down in Miami last weekend. Media mavens around the Caribbean showcased. Stay close for that.
And tag, you're it. Some very young entrepreneurs launch a Bahamian brand, and it sounds interesting.
Westminster College awards scholarships to students in the Kemp Road area. Those details are also straight ahead.
And coming up in sports, the Rollville Sailing Championships come to an end.
Tonight, Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Royson Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now.
I know this is a little bit of a deviation from the usual news on Access Now, but I couldn't help but notice a story on cyberbullying in our previous newscast. Bullying is absolutely real, and I'm not sure to what extent people realize the sort of negative effects it has on so many people.
It's very real, Royson, and I think a lot of people kind of get comfortable hiding behind the keyboard, and they get a little meaner and a little crueler, but they don't realize like the real harm that it can cause.
Absolutely. It does cause significant harm, and this is especially true if people are prompted to consider taking their own lives as a result. But in changing gears and diving into more pleasant news, let's dive right into the news. During a special three-part event in Miami last week, our very own Felicity Darville had the opportunity to present on a panel with a group of media mavens in the Bahamas, Caribbean, and the United States, helping hotels and lodges understand how to work the media to promote their brand. Let's hear her report and maybe even get a few tips of our own.
Founder of the 12th Annual International Multicultural and Heritage Tourism Summit, PJ Douglas Sands, brought together professional women in media for a session hosted by Up and Away magazine publisher Interior Saunders. Douglas Sands shared top marketing strategies along with travel influencer Danella Richard.
One, your purpose. Who is your ideal audience? Because if you don't know who your ideal audience is, you're casting on the waters, right? So one practical step, identify who your target audience is going to be. Number two, identify your limitations. If you know you are not good at something, do not try to make it work. If you know you're good at 2 or 3 things, you know you're going to be on Facebook, you know you're going to be on Instagram, stick with that.
In my space in television, how do you get in the Emmys? How do you get in the tellies? You got to buy a ticket and enter and hope you win. And the cost to pay to play is not cheap, right? But if you want to have your your product in front of these judges to get that recognition, then you better have a marketing budget and some money behind you.
Publisher of Black Meetings and Tourism magazine, Gloria Herbert, and I shared on the importance of valuing people.
Not only are we about the business of travel, but we're also about the people of travel. We're about the who's who and how to get there. Yes, it's important. What do you do when you get there? All those experiences. But I think it has been to our great benefit to be able to tell the stories, to be able to connect you to the individuals who look like you, whether they're historic, whether they're contemporary, and it's that kind of sharing that has made the difference for us. And
find out who every single person is in our institution, know their story, and be ready to tell it. Now, after we've done that, because that's what people are really interested in, okay? Because all I'm really doing is providing an accommodation. So now they're gonna say, I want to choose that accommodation because of these valuable people. Now that we've done that, now we can insert Hibiscus back in and say, hey, we've got all the accommodations and all the amenities that you need. So once you tell the stories with that authentic, you know, what is the backstory of the people? What is the backstory of the area that we're in? That's where the heart really is. Felicity Davil.
Amazing work, Felicity. Well, Tag You're It is a Bahamian youth empowerment brand founded in 2025 to promote dignity, authenticity, and self-worth among students. Through handcrafted leather name labels and positive peer branding, the company helps kids and tweens proudly wear their identity because confidence isn't bought, it's built. 10-year-old Karen Turnquest started the brand, and he was later joined in the inspiring movement by fellow young entrepreneurs, Daniel Johnson Mensua and Anwar Roll Jr., who are launching junior franchise-style outposts in the East and Central districts of New Providence. Together, the trio is redefining what it means to be cool and are issuing a bold back-to-school challenge of positive self-assessment, asking their peers to join in. Royston?
Thank you, Marlena. Credits to those young entrepreneurs, of course. And on the subject of our country's youth, a group of bright young students from Uriah McPhee Primary School were awarded full academic scholarships to Westminster College during a special ceremony held Monday evening at Kemp Road Ministries. The event, hosted by Principal Dr. Kevin Hall, celebrated students who will enter grade 7 in September with their tuition fully covered through grade 9. The scholarship initiative reflects the college's commitment to educational access and was made possible through the collaboration of several community leaders. Still to come, Jasmine Minis is here to tell us all about her new book, I Am Enough, A Journey in Self-Love. And our weatherman, Basil Dean, joins us right after the break with the forecast. So stay close.
Classroom teacher for more than 2 decades, and she's now a published author. Janetta Taylor Gibson, principal of Sims Primary School in Long Island, recently released her book, My Jumpstart to Reading.
I am so proud that today is the first day that I get to release my book, and it's just so amazing that I have the director, the permanent secretary, our Minister of Education, and everyone here to be the first recipient of this book.
Taylor Gibson tells of the inspiration behind the book.
It was during the pandemic that one of my teachers said to me, Miss Taylor, you need to write a book to assist not only the students but also the teachers. So I am proud to say that this book will help teachers in the classroom. It will help parents because even some parents are delinquent in reading. And then it will help the students themselves. This book is actually a self-paced book that each child can work with it at their own pace.
And what's in the cards for the future?
My secretary is, she's pushing me to write the upper primary version because, of course, we focus on the phonics and that in lower primary, but we still need to continue to enforce the vocabulary and all of the skills from grades 4 all the way to grade 6. That's my goal, to get part B of the literacy book.
It only goes up from here. That'll do it for Ed Talk.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands, we
We believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. Every aisle is filled with all you need. A great value with variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. ATC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
It is time now for your Access weather forecast. The tropics becoming a little busy. We have a couple areas out there that we're keeping our eyes on. This one is a tropical wave that moved off the African coast yesterday, showing a very good sign of development over the next 7 days or so. The good news, however, according to our computer models, it will turn towards the north before it reaches our shores. But then there's another area just to the south of that that has a low chance of development over the next several days. That too is moving towards the west. And then we're looking at another area off the southeast coast of the United States between the 7th and the 9th of August. That too has some potential of development, and it will move towards the west and then eventually turn towards the north. Again, no problem for us here in the Bahamas. And in the Gulf of Mexico, another low chance of development taking place in the northeast part of the Gulf of Mexico, but that too will eventually move towards the west, and hence no problem for us here in the Bahamas. And as we look at our live weather radar, we see lots of showers and thunderstorms across the northwest and central parts of our country, some of which is even extended into the southeastern Bahamas as well. Well, we did have a tropical wave which produced those showers and thunderstorms yesterday. That has moved towards the west. You can see it producing some showers and thunderstorms along the Florida Peninsula. But behind that, we have a mid to upper level low that will continue to support pockets of showers and thunderstorms over the next couple of days. And time now for your boating forecast. Well, this is brought to you by Live Business, where we simply bulk up your business. For the northwestern islands tonight, right through Friday, those winds are going to be light and variable with flat seas, but near those showers and thunderstorms, they're going to be locally heavy at times as well. Low tide that takes place at 1:56 in the morning with another high tide at 7:42 tomorrow morning. And for the central Bahamas tonight through Friday, winds east to southeast 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. And in the southeast Bahamas into Friday, the winds will be easterly, a little stronger though, 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights 3 to 6 feet. So we're asking small craft in the southeast Bahamas to simply exercise a little bit of caution. And as we take you into Saturday in the northwest and central islands, the winds pick up just a bit, becoming southeast at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights increasing 2 to 4 feet. On Saturday, low tide 8:26 in the morning with a high tide at 2:32 in the afternoon. And for the southeast Bahamas on Saturday, the wind southeast at 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet with caution flags remaining in place. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Marlena.
Thanks, Basil. Well, author Jasmine Minis joins us tonight, and we're going to talk about her new book, I'm Enough, The Journey in Self-Love. Jasmine, welcome to Access Now.
Thank you.
Now, before we begin, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself and as an author?
Well, of course, my name is Jasmine Minis. I'm a retiree, and This is my first time writing a book. Well, at first, I was a bit hesitant because, I was conscious of the fact of how it would be received. But after I started, it just flowed.
I think that's a concern a lot of first-time authors have. Like, am I the right person to write this book? Who's going to read it? What was the thing that got you over that hump to say, you know what, I am going to write it. This is important.
Well, it's going to sound a bit corny, but the Heavenly Father.
There you go.
Because I had to work through some stuff, Marlena. And after I got through that, it was smooth sailing.
And so do we see any of that reflected in the book?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
And so what can people expect to find inside I Am Enough?
Well, it's based mainly on self-love and healing. And also the ability to forgive. Because I really had to forgive.
And so I know you were talking about some difficulties that you were having initially in the getting started with it. Once you did get started, I know you said it flowed. So how long did it take you to write the book?
Not long. But I did make a few changes because some stuff I just can't put in here. Yeah.
So you had to kind of just temper that vulnerability.
Right. Some stuff I had to let go and let God.
Truly.
Yes.
Now, what kind of person do you recommend would be the ideal person to pick up this book and take something from it?
Well, anybody who has been scandalized, who has been suffering from some kind of trauma, I would advise them to read this book because I've shared some key stuff in this book of how I healed. And it's basically praying, meditating, taking time to just know myself from the inside out.
Right.
Yes.
It sounds like a deeply personal book and something that I think a lot of people, myself included, would benefit from.
Yes.
But of course, where can people find it? How can they buy it?
Okay. You can purchase my book at Logos Bookstore. You can also purchase it at Chapter 1 at All Seasons Bookstore, and they're located in Palmdale next to Shoe Depot. And for your Amazon readers, it's on Amazon.
Perfect. So it's totally accessible. It's somewhere for everybody. That's amazing. Jasmine, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much,
Wishing you
Marlena.
all the best with your book. I can't wait to read my copy.
Okay.
But I can't start it now because for us, it's time for us to check in with Total Sports to see what's on tap. But I'll be reading this very soon. Thank you.
Coming up in sports, champions were crowned at the Rollville Regatta. More details coming up next.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind. Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, let's Shop Smart, let's Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Inspired by the Fantastic Four. It's the Fantastic 4-in-1 pizza new from Little Caesars with 4 different topping combinations together on one delicious pizza.
We make a point to do family dinner no matter what.
Get a Fantastic 4-in-1 pizza at a fantastic price only at Little Caesars. And see Fantastic Four First Steps in theaters July 24th.
For just $13 VAT inclusive, get it now at Little Caesars, Oatsfield, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Charles Saunders Highway, and Prince Charles in the One East Plaza.
Pizza, pizza.
Welcome to your Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Swanson Gibson Jr. After days of intense competition at the Rollville Regatta, several skippers walk away as champion in their respective classes. Our Destiny Reed caught up with the victors as they recounted their performance.
It was a weekend of high winds and higher stakes at the 81st Annual Rollville Regatta, where sailors, spectators, and tradition lovers gathered for one of the most anticipated sailing events in the Bahamas.
This regatta has grown over the years. We're now in our 81st year. This is my 16th year as the chairman. And when we started, I think we had 7 or 8 boats participating at that time. Regatta site was not even a quarter the size of it as it is now. The amount of money that we paid out was minor compared to what we're doing now. And now, 16 years later for me, we've gone from the 7, 8 boats back then to 18 boats in C-Class alone, in addition to the E-Class boats at this 2025 regatta.
That growth is especially clear in the fast rise in E-Class, now the fastest growing division in Bahamian history. A strategic move, the Rollville Regatta Committee decided to dedicate the E-Class competition exclusively to junior sailors, a decision meant to preserve and grow the future for the sport. And no one took to the waters faster than Lady Kayla, who sailed first place in all but one of the E-Class races, ultimately dominating the division ahead of Early Bird and Nico.
You know, many guys get beat to races back to box. They gotta come strong.
But in the C-Class, that confidence was met with stiff competition. Despite bold words from veteran sailor Stephen Knowles, it was Cochise Burrows aboard Whitty K who sailed away with not just the overall trophy, but the prestigious #1 sailing trophy as well. The C-Class overall standings went a bit like this. In first place, Whitty K, second place, Shroy, third place, Sashi Sue, fourth place, Crazy Partner, and fifth place, It Ain't Right, with many more battling it out on the high seas. From the spray of the salt water to the cheers of the crowd, the 81st Annual Rollville Regatta wasn't just about racing. It was about legacy, growth, and the next generation of sailors already charting their course.
For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Destiny Reed.
In hoops, the Summer of Thunder basketball series wraps up at the Bahama Resort. Bahamian big man Frederick King and his Murray State Racers ending the series with a bang as they defeated the University of Calgary 93-55. King put up 14 points in his team's last match, and he discussed taking this momentum into the upcoming season.
I see us winning the whole thing, you know, just win a lot of games and hopefully win the championship. It feels good, man. Coming from Creighton, I didn't really play a lot, so hopefully I can do my thing down here with Coach Miller. He's my old assistant coach, and yeah.
And that's been your Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Swanson Gibson Jr. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at the service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one and the car say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. Your car up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Your favorites aren't special every day at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Parmalat whole or 2% reduced fat milk, 32 ounces, $3.19. Kellogg's giant size cereals, assorted 23 to 28 ounces, $6.39. Sweet black plums or nectarines, $1.99 per pound. Danish spare ribs, $2.39 per pound. Bone and chicken breast, $1.89 per pound. The fastest way to save this August? A visit to Super Value or Quality Supermarkets.
Welcome back. Courtesy of drone pilot Kyson Miller, you're looking at an aerial shot of St. Francis Xavier Cathedral on West Hill Street. Its original building is the oldest Roman Catholic church in the Bahamas, with its cornerstone being laid in 1885 under the supervision of Father John O'Keefe. A little history lesson there. But now it's time to take a flight to good old Long Island. Let's go.
Little Cottage Library, along with the Long Island Young Aviators, recently sponsored 2 students to attend Maine Ace Camp for Aviation, which is located outside of Bangor, Maine. Eric Fox, a student of NGM Major High School, and Nathalia Edgecombe, who attends North Long Island High School, were selected based on their grades and an essay describing their interest in aviation as a possible career. Congratulations to the youngsters from Team Access Now, and we certainly wish you all the best. Marlena?
Definitely a big congratulations to those Long Island students. Continue to do well. Well, she's not a student, but students do watch this segment. Let's turn things over to Matea Cunningham and let's talk socials.
Environmental content isn't always the loudest on social media, but a new campaign in Exuma is proving that when the right voices speak up, people listen. A Bahamian organization known as SEA, or Save Exuma Alliance, has launched a powerful campaign to raise awareness about the dangers of commercial building near Exuma's coral reefs and seagrass meadows. These natural ecosystems aren't just beautiful, they're essential to our environment, protecting coastlines, supporting marine life, and maintaining that crystal clear water the world associates with the Bahamas. To amplify the message, popular Bahamian artist Shad Fur recently visited Exuma and posted a video highlighting its beauty, but also sharing why it deserves to be protected. Check this out.
My name is Shad Fur. I got to spend the day here out on the quays of Exuma. It was beautiful, extremely beautiful. I feel like every Bahamian has a right to explore this country and to understand exactly why it's such a special privilege to be Bahamian, and being here in Exuma especially. You could see why, even from space, they brag about what they're looking at all the way outside of the world, because these are some of the most stunning aspects in nature I ever seen in my life. And to see all the marine creatures, to see all these natural amenities, like just some sharks swimming behind me, and they feel good because they're comfortable, because they in Exuma. Like, I feel just as comfortable as these sharks. I want to get back in this water. I want to snorkel some more, and I definitely want to come back, but I also want to make sure it's protected and preserved properly so that my children and their children and everyone else could come back and see pretty much the same thing, if not even better and still natural. So I'm grateful to be here, and we got to save Exuma, keep it saved.
The video struck a balance between awe and urgency, reminding viewers that what we take for granted today could be gone tomorrow without timely action. It's a timely reminder that viral content can also carry purpose. If you care about our islands and future generations seeing them the way we do, this is a conversation worth having. That's all for today's Let's Talk Socials. I'm Matea, and have a wonderful rest of the week.
Oh, I think that's a really great point. I think we see the beautiful water every day and we kind of get a little desensitized.
Absolutely.
Have to fight to keep it this way.
You have to fight to keep it in place and do as much as you can to protect our country and our waters. And I think that speaks timely to your book as well about self-care.
Yes, I've definitely got my reading cut out for me this weekend. I will be getting straight into this.
That's fantastic. More Bahamians, I think, need to focus on self-care and also advancing in a bit of self-education as well. But that's going to do it for the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night for Entertainment Friday, where we feature the Dazzle Band.
Yes, but for tonight, make sure you stay tuned for Corbell Pyfron with the last newscast in the Bahamas at 11 p.m.
Good night, everyone.
At Harold One, I'm Ted Jervis, and this is ZNS.
Well, we're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Fish don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot just to get up